Hi, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Days Podcast along with a new video. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, viewing, listening, and watching. Um, I truly appreciate it. I thank you so much. I am doing as much content as possible, making sure that we have enough free content, free episodes, along with new videos and episodes exclusively on Patreon and Spotify. Be sure to check them out. But we are going to talk about 211 by Brandy. So, 211 is the sixth, okay, studio album by American recording artist Brandy, released on October 16th, 2012. It served as the singer's debut release with Chameleon Entertainment and RCA Records after departing from Epic Records soon after releasing her previous album, Human. The album's title is taken from Norwood's birthday. It is also the day on which her idol and friend, entertainer Whitney Houston, died 8 months before 211's release. Um, so, yeah, this was as I would say with Aphrodisiac, a time where she was really just saying to herself, like, I need to move forward, I need to do something, I need to work. Um, and yeah, just Whitney's passing was very much traumatic. I was not here for that. I did not enjoy that. Like, what? Like, are you like, and even with Michael's passing, where they had like these jokes in the tabloids, they were memes, like where they had him in the magazines, like Jacko, and is she still on the stuff? And it's just like, what? Like, what? Why are these people like? I don't like that. I don't like that. And um, I miss Whitney, and I miss music when music was music. That's what I miss. Yes, and I made sense of that. I miss music when music was music. I said it. Yes. And it's just, I don't know, it's just so different now. But in this moment with Brandy, with 211, she said, listen, I need to make something like now. There's a lot going on. I have a lot to release. I need to just, period. I get it. Um, 211 is the first album from Norwood to include a diverse roster of collaborators, including songwriting credits from Frank Ocean, Chris Brown, and Sean Garrett. So we will, and I want to make this clear, we will be talking about Frank Ocean, and we will be talking about Chris Brown. I will talk about them. Um, Production comes courtesy of the likes of Bangladesh and Rico Love, amongst others. Upon its release, the album received critical acclaim, with many complimenting Norwood's vocals, the album's production, and the overall direction. 211 debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard 200 with first week sales of 65,000 copies, becoming Norwood's fourth top 10 album and her first in 8 years. Um, it also debuted atop the top R&B hip hop albums chart, her second album to do so. The album produced 2 singles. Put It Down, featuring Chris Brown, was released in May 2012. It peaked within the top 5 on the US Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs, becoming Norwood's 10th top 10 single on the chart and her first in a decade. It peaked at number 65 on the Hot 100. Wildest Dreams was released as the second and final single in August 2012, failing to enter the Billboard Hot 100 and peaking at 68 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs. But yes, Put It Down was released May 4th, 2012, and Wildest Dreams was released August 28th, 2012. But yeah, like there was just so much going on as far as from this jump from 2008 2012 for her, where that she was dropped from Rock Nation, something which Brandy's team refuted in 2009 by stating they, Epic, have not dropped her. We are trying to get a release from them. We're in waiting, and that Brandy and Rock Nation parted amicably. I think that's how you say it. Norwood's joint record deal with RCA and producer Brian Prescott's Chameleon Records was finalized in late 2010. However, it was not announced to the public until August 2011, when it was also confirmed that Norwood's sixth studio album would be released in 2012. So, yeah, like she wanted to work with different producers at one point. Um, she didn't know whether to really work with certain labels anymore, based off of just wanting to have something in a way where it could be, you know, overlooked, if you will, like, where she's kind of looking at how everything is being processed. Like, Brandy been around for a while, so she wanted to be able to kind of have that sense of looking at where the album can go, because from her last project, there may have not been that much for her on that, and she already felt odd about that, where she didn't want that for this new project, new album, I should say, at the time. But yeah, as far as just, recording the album, it just became, different, especially when it came to, her being on TV at the time with her brother. And not in like a bad sense, she started to just really just work with more, just more people that were already doing different sounds, if you will. But yeah, let's get into the track list here. But well, actually, you know what? Let's see. Initially, the album was due to be released in March 2012, according to Billboard. In November 2011, Sean Garrett announced through Wrap Up that he wrote and co-produced the album's first single, which he expects to be released before December 25th, 2011, and was to feature a rapper. Plans fell through, and the song was eventually pushed back to avoid clashing with the release of Norwood's collaboration with former rival Monica, the song It All Belongs to Me, taken from Monica's 2012 album New Life. Following the delays in the release of Put It Down, May 2012 was announced as a second release. In March 2012, Norwood revealed the album's title as 211 and announced that the album would arrive in June. It went on to be postponed to August 28th, then to October 2nd, and then finally October 15th. So, similar to what she was seeing with Human, the album was kind of pushed back, and or even if Human was released at the right time, the album was supposed to come out at a sooner time, and certain things come up. But on July 18th, Norwood performed Put It Down for the first time at the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C. The first televised performance of the song occurred at the NDA Show of Strength benefit concert, which aired on September 2nd. In October, Norwood performed the song on television shows 106 in Park, Good Morning America, and Live with Kelly and Michael. Norwood performed the song along with the album's second single, Wildest Dreams, at the Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve special on January 1st, 2013, being the only R&B performer at the event. In February, Norwood performed Without You, originally scheduled for release as the album's third single at the BET Honors. So, just for her being the first like R&B artist to ever really be, counting down and really just, being like Happy New Year. Not to say like, I think more or less in like performing wise, as far as the New Year's Rockin' Eve. That's something, because it's like, they often don't always have artists that come out, and well, until recent times. But yeah, but 211 debuted at number 3 on the U.S. Billboard 200, and the top R&B hip hop albums chart, with first week sales of 65,000 copies, less than Norwood's previous effort, Human 2008, which had first week sales of 73,000 copies. However, this marked her fourth top 10 album on the Billboard 200, as well as her second number 1 album on the top R&B hip hop albums chart, following her third studio album, Full Moon 2002. In its second week, the album sold additional 22,000 copies, falling to number 10 on the Billboard 200. By November 2012, 211 had sold 110,700 copies in the U.S. and went on to finish 52nd on Billboard's 2012 top R&B hip hop albums chart year-end chart. Yeah. In October 2013, Sister to Sister magazine confirmed that the album has sold around 180,000 copies. Let's get into the track list here. So, intro is track 1. Track 2 is Wildest Dreams. Track 3 is So Sick. Track 4 is Slower. Track 5 is No Such Thing as Too Late. Track 6 is Let Me Go. Track 7, Without You. Track 8, Put It Down, featuring Chris Brown. Track 9, Hardly Breathing, which is slept on, by the way. I love that song. Track 10, Do You Know What You Have? That's slept on too. Track 11, Scared of Beautiful, that is slept on. Track 12, Wish Your Love Away, which is also slept on. Track 13, Paint This House. I actually like that song. And then track 14 is the outro. 211 had a deluxe edition, which was Can You Hear Me Now, which is track 14. Track 15 is Music. Track 16 is What You Need. Track 17 is the outro. But yes, guys, she definitely wanted to give more music to her fans, and to show others and people alike that she's Brandy. Like, I'm still here. I'm still gonna continue to be here, and in time, which it took about 8 years, we did get B7, and she needed to take time to personally look into different things as far as with herself and being a mother as well, because throughout these different eras from 2004 to even 211, she's a mom. So she's kind of taking the time to say, I want to spend more time with my daughter, and just find more things creatively that I can be able to work on when I do come back. And she did just that, by July 31st, 2020, in the midst of the pandemic, which we will talk about B7. But I just want to thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and I'll be back with more.